Abrupt landing in 5, 4. Too late. Sorry. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to this garbage heap of a stream. This guy is already high on Molly and is pretending he did me, which is a total bullshit. And I am a dude that's trying to grow a piss poor excuse of a beard. Look at all these little whiskers and my neck's all nice and shaved up. Yeah, I know, right? It looks absolutely terrible. Just like this stream. This is why you're watching, aren't you? See? That's how we do it. Well, at least we're not as much of a shit show as the Olympics is.
Bigger shit show. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers or the Olympics?
Olympics, easily. Aaron Rodgers, that's been an issue for a couple of years. And the Adam Schefter stuff immediately came out and all of Wisconsin wants to kill him. So it's like, oh wait, the Bucks might win the championship in Milwaukee for the first time in 50 years. Oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers rejected a really big contract, and apparently it was a thing since mid-May. Like, yeah.
Debbie fucking Downer, right? Like Adam Schefter has a list. He's got a notebook like this, and it just says shit. Like he has a schedule of, all right, let's release the turning down of the contract, the unfixable situation. Like he's got it all in order. He's just going down the list, just checking them off. He's like, all right, next we'll have it where, what's the GM's name? Like Gutenkunst parked in his parking space, and that's what set off. Like he's doing it like the movie Memento, like he's going backwards in time, and then we're gonna find out the origin of it is that Gutenheist or whatever his name, Gesundheit, fucking said that Aaron Rodgers, he didn't like that coat that he wore when he signed the money, and that's it. Like, there we are. There we have it. The whole saga will unfold like the movie, Aaron Rodgers as Guy Pearce in the movie Memento. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Remember Sammy Jenkins. All right, so let's rewind.
Yes.
Let's reset it. So for anyone that doesn't follow sports Twitter religiously, Aaron Rodgers apparently back in May turned down a 2-year extension that would have kept him a Packer for 5 more years, right? Okay. Or at the time, and would have made him what, the highest paid player or second highest paid player?
One of them easily.
Of all time, right? And he was like Drake. He was like, nah, don't need it. Just another indicative sign that this is, he either wants out now or this is definitely his last year in Green Bay. Like, yeah. I don't think it can get any more obvious, right? Are we just being naive?
It's probably one of those things to try and gain leverage for either side. Schefter probably has his sources, and I'm guessing they're part of the executive branch of Green Bay. So Aaron Rodgers, he's probably, his sources or the people he's telling is probably the Pat McAfee show.
What? Oh, so you think it's a war between camps, that Schefter is in the Green Bay, is in the Packers' pocket?
Partially. I think also he's trying to get clicks also for ESPN.
Well, he's always trying to get clicks, right?
Yeah, remember with the draft, like the whole thing came out then. It's like, oh shit, Aaron Rodgers might be leaving. And then you realize, what are your sources? Like, yeah, about that. Just trust me on it. That's pretty much it. That's all it went, and that's when he lost a lot of credibility with that. So unless something happens in the Rodgers camp, well, of course you can. We can talk shit. Like I could call myself a journalist and say, Deshaun Watson is going to be playing football because I wiped my ass and it was colored green. There you go. Deshaun Watson is going to be playing football in Green Bay in 2021 for that reason. I'm a journalist.
Or my sources are now I don't doubt that these guys hear rumors or get qualified information.
Sometimes maybe they leak rumors out, say the brass, just so maybe they can gain some leverage in a contract negotiation, or maybe they can perhaps they're trying to undermine Aaron Rodgers and his quest for power in Green Bay. So maybe they say, we were talking about an extension, but they didn't actually formally offer it. And he just said, hey, can we get an extension? No. And then they just say, he rejected a really big extension that was going to make him the highest paid quarterback. there's a lot of like power play maneuvering in this situation. It seems like it's a little bit of a clash between the Packers and Rodgers himself. And I've mentioned this before. Rodgers seems like he's at a situation, no matter what they do, he's so burned out with the organization and how they treated him, how they wasted him in the past, and how it was past run. It doesn't matter what they do, he's done. Like he's checked out of there.
It's irreparable.
Yeah, we've all been there before. So like I completely understand that situation. I think that's what's happening with Aaron Rodgers right now.
Yeah, like when you just want to leave, like at my last job where I was just so mad, like I was just so soured by it. I was just like, all right, doesn't matter what y'all do. Y'all could tell me to work from home. Y'all could let me like just take a dump on anyone's desk at the place, but they didn't though. So I just quit. That's what happened. I just think that this thing, like, obviously, Schefter is a click whore, but we're click whores too.
Oh, we're all
look at the title of the video.
Everyone is a click whore, and I have to admit, in 5, you've been doing a really good job of upping your clickbait game, especially in these titles. Mm-hmm. Especially like you're learning something from Perna and Clickbait Sports, and you can watch that every Thursday at 5:05 Eastern Standard Time. Just FYI. I'm not trying to promote myself. Oh, by the way, buy our coffee.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Don't forget. Oh, wait.
I don't have my coffee on me again.
I know. Well, I brought it downstairs because I've been drinking it. It's so good.
It is. Like I actually, the coffee I have, the dark roast, even black, as I usually don't drink coffee black, that's pretty good.
That's
smooth,
how you like your men.
Slightly bitter. No. You like
strong
your men
and
black and strong.
Uh-huh.
That's how you like it. I should know from Toronto because you were on Grindr 24/7.
Well, I mean, you just gotta set that filter to local, right? And then you gotta do what you gotta do, man. I'm just saying, your goal in Toronto
was to bang a guy in every single province, like Chinatown, Little Philippines, Little Vietnam, Little Thailand.
I've never been to a major city and seen a Little Thailand. It's always just little Chinatown, Little Italy, or like a Vietnamese district. Like I've never experienced a Little Thailand, other than every Saturday in Alabama with my mom's friends. Like that was basically Little Thailand. But anyways, I digress. Let's talk about the Olympics too. I don't know if these Olympics even happen, right? Like, how
they're going to force it. The only reason why this is still a thing is because Japan has donated a shitload of money, and the IOC needs this money to keep up their grift of being a non-profit organization. It's been an embarrassment. It's kind of how we thought the bubbles were going to go last year. This is supposed to be a hyper-secure like bubble, no coronavirus whatsoever. Coronavirus has already seeped in a couple of days.
So I guess what they were supposed to come to Japan, quarantine, and
for
then
a couple weeks, and then compete.
Oh my gosh!
And there were situations where there was like a blind swimmer who needed her mother as a personal assistant. She couldn't get that, so fuck it. I'm not going to the Olympics. I'll wait till 2024.
How do you swim blind though? Like.
Well, probably.
I guess you
time out your strokes.
Right. You would count the strokes and just estimate, or
time your strokes and then flip when the time is right.
That is amazing. That someone. It's a
memorization game in that regard.
Yeah. I am thoroughly impressed by that. I can't even swim with my eye. Like I suck swimming. Like I am only capable of treading. And you know how I learned how to tread water? Watching G.I. Joe. The more you know, like they had an animation thing of how to tread, like you kick your legs and then like my parents never taught me how to swim. Like they're just like, they would let me swim in pools, but I would just hang on to the edge but I didn't know how to swim. Like my parents let me learn everything on my own. They were just like, you'll figure it out. You'll fuck.
That's how parenting was. Yeah. Around my time, they started to become more helicoptery, and now you aren't learning anything on your own.
No, because the Chicken Soup for the Soul or whatever, or the what's that book that everything you need to know about raising a kid, like that book has probably ruined everyone. Like when we were kids, like it was like, here's your bike. I don't expect me to help you.
The 90s were kind of changing. The 90s were kind of a
Uh-huh.
transitionary period in that
Yeah.
regard. Your like era was like the last real generation of whatever, just be back before dinner.
Yeah. I had this big wheel that had these big fat tires, and we had this huge hill in our neighborhood, and I would hill bomb that shit, and at the bottom I would do this like 360 and just spin out, and I wore the back end tires out so much from that. I ruined that big wheel. That big wheel was the shit. No, and nobody take me down on that. And now I'm a fucked up shit poster on the internet.
Well, this is how life goes. Remember when we were growing up, it said, there's a good chance that your career path is not going to exist in this time frame. It'll be something that doesn't exist now. And then it's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then it's like, yeah, well, now we're corporate whores on the internet. So let's see how long this lasts. Maybe we become whores on the streets.
I'm for it. I'm for it.
Oh, nothing wrong with that, man. I mean,
I will do anything for $20. I mean, $20 is $20.
I know, dude. Trust me, dude. I know.
Speaking
you don't
of
have
that,
to lecture me about doing anything for $20.
Speaking of being a whore, by the way, Tom Grassi probably won't weigh in on tonight's stream because he's in Milwaukee about to watch possibly the Bucks. So here's what I think. Selfishly, I want the Suns to win to force a game 7 so that on Thursday, which it would be game 7, Tom is wearing that outfit as punishment of the Phoenix Suns guy and having to painfully wait that night. Because if the Bucks win tonight, then he'll be dunking on the Suns. Like, it's not really a punishment at that point.
Oh, by the way, thank you, Hiei, for saving me.
Oh, yes. Hiei. We'll have Hiei on in a little bit and talk about that moment.
We are not worthy.
And Iberica and all that stuff. We got to get at least halfway through the show because we're trying to make that money.
We're trying to be professional.
Right. We're trying to give out all the hand jobs that we can. And then, it'll be interesting to see if the Bucks actually get her done tonight or if the fix is in and that game's because if it goes to game 7, this will be one of the most watched game 7s in the history. But Giannis,
like game 5, like the ratings were down apparently, which is bullshit because this has been a really strong series.
It's been a great series, and Giannis is in takeover mode and now that he's healthy and his knee is no longer bothering him, and it wasn't bent 90 degrees backwards. So I think that Milwaukee's the better team. The only way that the Bucks lose tonight is if the injustice strikes, but who knows?
Scott Foster is officiating tonight, isn't he?
Is he the new Nick Bavetta?
He's the rig official, and they've been thinking this for a couple of years.
He's in the pocket, is what you're saying.
Scott Foster.
Yeah. No. All right.
Yeah. Chris. Phoenix is shitting the bed.
I got a little loud there.
Hit the bed a couple times, especially game 4 and game 5.
Yeah, but you know how the NBA is, like they'll make it so that everyone thinks it's going to be rigged, and then like they like to do that misdirection where the Bucks they'll be like, all right, Scott, everyone thinks that you're going to fix it for the Suns, you gotta fix it for the Bucks, just to throw everyone a curve.
Why does the NBA want Milwaukee to win? They're a small market. They don't give a shit about Milwaukee.
They just want a game 7. Like it's millions of dollars in the revenue.
And they need that money. Like once Brooklyn lost, I think Adam Silver was just punching air.
Yeah.
It's like
but you know what? Yeah. But you gotta earn it, I guess. You gotta win it on the court.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And Stephen A. Smith will die on the inside, which we will all appreciate.
Yes.
Oh, Grassi actually did show up.
Oh, Tommy Grassi.
Aren't you supposed to be pre-gaming?
Yeah, shouldn't you be heading out?
At Fiserv Arena? I think he's already there.
Tom, are you there at the pregame?
Yes, he is there. I checked his Twitter. I mean, it showed up on my Twitter feed earlier.
Have they shot a T-shirt at you, Thomas?
Apparently, they are already gift wrapped on the seats.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Tom, tell us what you think about Fiserv. We here, baby, is what he says. And I guess he's going to ignore the title of our video and not respect
He's probably in the mindset of ostrich head in the sand.
Yep.
Until the situation arises. And we are hoping that they do not win tonight.
Kirsten. Hey, Tom, press 1 if you like Adam Schefter and 2 if you dislike him. Let's see if he is an Adam Schefter fan, because he is just killing his vibe, man. He's out in Milwaukee,
Trying to Milwaukee drinking.
Tom, are you dressed ironically? What Tom should have done tonight is dress like the Suns fan, but like in Bucks gear. That would have been very funny, and then imitated him and been dancing like this and stuff on the sideline. That would have been hilarious to troll the Suns fan. Anyways, enjoy Milwaukee, Tom, and have a good time. I wish he could check in from the arena. That'd be great.
How much did he pay for these tickets? Did he cut off a finger somewhere and donate it to some really shady organization?
I know, dude. Like, he must
Game 6 in Milwaukee. I mean, that's pricey. That's including the flight, the hotel. I mean, unless he's got a sugar daddy in Milwaukee that he's not telling us about. And it's okay if you're like that, Tom. We completely understand. I'm also saying, like, hey, yeah, I mean, like Game 6, I mean, all you have to do is just like turn from a tight end to a wide receiver. I don't know, man. Sometimes the price you got to pay.
He is potentially going to witness the first championship since what, 1973?
73 Milwaukee. Yep. When Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was known as Lou Alcindor.
Yes. So how does he? I guess if you want it bad enough. If you are willing to spend the money, you can get in on most anything.
Plus, you can also consider that it's probably a tax write-off because he's doing videos and it's related to video making.
It's true, but you really only get a 30% rebate from.
But even then, it's still a write-off, and it's still something that he can recoup in terms of ad revenues.
71. The chat is saying it was 1971. Thank you, Salmon Boy.
71. Sorry.
Yeah. 73 was the Knicks. That was Willis Reed. So the last time that the Knicks won a championship, I hadn't even been born yet.
You weren't even a sperm in daddy's ball sack.
Yeah. I was just a little wee fella with the tail. All right, Red Rhino 49. I'm glad Max is all right, but I'm pissed at Hamilton. We just got up to 420, guys, by the way. So if anyone watches Formula One,
what was the situation there? Because it seemed like Hamilton tried to cut him off and then didn't give Verstappen the lane.
So British Grand Prix, very not many passing areas at the British Grand Prix. Okay, it's a strategy race, and Verstappen didn't get a great start, and Hamilton was chasing him, and in order for Hamilton to win the race, he had to get in front of Verstappen. So they were just going, and Verstappen knew it. So they came into a curve like this. So the rule is in Formula One, like you have to give the other guy room because they're open wheel. If they touch, it's a fatal accident. Like I mean, not fatal to the car.
It's a massive crash. Total.
It's usually disabling to the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And so Hamilton thought that he was ahead, and so that he didn't have to yield to Verstappen. Verstappen was taking the line to try to get to the apex, and he clipped him. And then Verstappen went into the catch fence or the tires barriers, and he had to go to the hospital. And Hamilton got lucky in that he had minimal damage to his car. Verstappen had catastrophic damage, and then Hamilton ends up winning the race on the last lap. Leclerc blew it. Like Leclerc. They were going into Leclerc's Ferrari, and they were going into the curve, and he just ran off the track. Like, he didn't even put up a fight to Hamilton, and Hamilton went and won the British GP, and now they're within 5 points of the championship.
Yeah.
And so
there were a lot of people bitching about Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, so
deservedly.
Yeah, and he even got a 10-second penalty, so the stewards found that he was at fault, and he still won. Because
10-second penalty is kind of a slap in the wrist for taking out the leader of the formula.
Yeah. I think it's the second least severe penalty. Like there's a 5-second, there's a 10-second where you just where it's just subtracted from your total, and then there's the 10-second stop and go where you have to pull into the pit stop and then sit there for 10 seconds with your dick in your hand and then pull off, and then there's a red flag, which you can arguably
do a red flag or a stop and go.
Yeah. So, but he got the second least severe, which was all right. We just take the 10 seconds off, but he ended up winning anyways.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Red Rhino 49. Also, the Olympics are already becoming a clown show, and it hasn't even started. Yeah, I don't have any faith that these go off.
I haven't even been paying attention to the Olympics. Like, I mean, it's the same no fan stuff we saw last year. It's going to be so soulless.
Yeah.
Toyota's already pulled out as a sponsorship. They're having issues with the Bay Area. Apparently, there's a lot of sewage smell. There's a lot of oysters growing there. Like, it is already a mess. I mean, although if you like oysters, maybe you can cook them up and serve them as oysters. Rockefeller, I don't know.
I like oysters. Do you like oysters?
I'm not a big oyster guy. Too salty for me. Too much brine.
Too salty for you?
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me. I know. Me talking about salt. Yes, I understand. But the problem is, I have to watch my sodium because of all the salt that I exude from my body. So I can't really have much salt from external sources. I already generate enough salt to clear the streets of Pittsburgh for 3 months straight.
You're a human salt mine. Irvin Alvarado.
Exactly.
FIA, 10 seconds added for Hamilton after punting Verstappen. Hamilton still won, bitches. NASCAR, little rain, green flag, y'all. Kyle Busch after wrecking. Car killed, we're go home all in one day. That was crazy, too.
Yeah,
I think
everyone just like slid and wrecked.
Yeah.
They do not have wet tires in NASCAR.
Whoever qualified first had the pole, ended up finishing last. I didn't get a chance to watch. See, the reason I can watch at Formula One every morning, because like Sunday it's like 9, it's the first thing in the morning, like nothing else is on. But then I get on with my day. I'm usually working or whatever, and it's hard to get back into NASCAR. But I did not see that race, but I saw a lot of highlights of cars just running into the barrier because it was
running into the barrier or sliding. It felt like, have you ever seen those like old viral videos about like cars sliding down a hill due to ice and rain? It felt like that, except much faster.
It was like your mom around Shoresy. They had to call the National Guard to put sandbags around her.
So
fuck
wet.
you, Shoresy. All right. Sorry, Ryan Owen. Please, Aaron, please leave Green Bay so we can all laugh at Tom Grossi and Barrica.
Yes. I absolutely
give free hot dogs to everyone except Packer fans. I very fortunately got to eat at Hot Dogs before it closed down in Chicago. I had a real Chicago dog in Chicago, and it was delicious. You ever have do you like a hot dog, Chicago dog style?
I have never had a Chicago dog. I've had deep dish pizza, like Chicago pizza, but not Chicago dog.
You never had it with the pickle and the 2 tomatoes and then the sauerkraut on it?
No.
And then, oh, goodness.
Never have.
Hot dogs, baby.
Hot dog.
Still remember it. Yeah, 10 years
Hot
later.
dog.
Hot dogs.
High power.
Brian Irwin canceled the Mickey Mouse Olympics. Yeah, they suck. Daniel Shell, Tommyism will have an NBA title. Damn you, Suns. Ooh, little fighting words.
Maybe it's a trade-off. Maybe the Bucks get a championship and then Green Bay goes to complete shit. Maybe it's one of those situations. And if you do that, maybe it gets the noggin jogging. Because the day after Milwaukee wins a championship, maybe it comes out that Aaron Rodgers has had an epiphany and he's going to host Jeopardy for the remainder of his life.
He could possibly.
Yes.
He could possibly just. This could all be over, and he's coming back. Like, I know that we are less than 11 days from finding out. Like, when does training camp open? Wait, hold on.
Probably late July is when mini camps start, right?
I think the rookies have reported, right?
For the most part. I know the big thing for the Steelers is that they're not doing it at St. Vincent's in
August 5th.
They're doing it in Pittsburgh itself. Apparently, there were a lot of complaints from the players. They didn't want to travel to fucking Latrobe.
Oh, all right. So July 21st, Pittsburgh Steelers and Dallas Cowboys. July 25th, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then July 27th, the 29 other NFL teams. And then we can be like the skies parting and a big angel coming down on us, because now we will have content again. And we will have.
Do we really have content, though?
No, but it at least the buzz starts. People start getting interested in the NFL, and we get closer and closer to that week 1 sweet action.
The sweet cane. And then I got to prep for my own shit.
Yes. where Brandon Perna and I will be watching the game together.
Oh,
Giants versus Denver.
There's going to be a little Netflix and chill afterwards, and then a little trip up to the bedroom.
No, I'm probably going to have to help him feed his baby. That's what's going to, so that he can get a little sleep. Because apparently that doesn't happen.
When you have a newborn child, it's tough.
It's all tough. Oh, there's somebody just went deep. Oh, Tampa. I'm sorry. I'm also in the live chat for a historic event. First all-female broadcast team on the YouTube Game of the Week this week, everyone. And I am part of it. Mm-hmm.
Look at you, Mr.
Look
Big
at
Shot.
me, Mr. Big Stuff.
I'm surprised you haven't done the Don't You Know Who I Am because you've gotten that interview on MLB TV.
I showed that interview to my mom. She only made it like 45 seconds before she got bored. She was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. Like, it's true. Like, you don't like baseball. Like, you don't want to listen to some idiot, whether it's your son or not, talk about baseball, right? You're just like, okay, that's boring. All right. Thanks, Adam.
How do you do those polls, by the way, on like the chats? Because I see MLB doing it, but I can never find a way to do it.
You can't. Oh, you can vote, I think.
No, I mean I can vote. I want to place a poll on certain things.
Oh no, you can't. You can't. You're not allowed to chat in the MLB chat.
No. I mean like on my own streams.
Oh.
Like I don't know how to do that.
How do we do that?
Because like I don't know if it's limited to certain creators or like accounts, but that's what I want to do. Like I don't want to chat on MLB. Like I want to like create polls for my own channel. That's my thing. Make it a little more interactive.
You can add I don't think we have that privilege.
We don't have the power.
We don't have the Nintendo power. We are just two shit posters.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we can't get verified on Twitter. So,
dude, I saw people. So Eddie Burback got denied.
Well, the problem is like we're not notable enough.
No, but
we should have had more fluff interviews with Vice or something like that, and then they would have shit on us. It's like these people are terrible for sports. We should have gotten maybe a Deadspin interview, and they could have shit on us, and then we would have had our check mark.
Yeah. Who else got denied? I've been seeing a bunch of denials.
I know
everyone's adding Eddie Burback as soon as somebody gets verified. They're like, oh, look, you can, you know. But
well, the problem is like we just need we should just get like journalist certification, and then we could get an account with maybe like 600
Who's
people.
Gonna let
because like there are verified accounts that only get like 2 likes.
Oh yeah. There's this reporter in Memphis that follows me, and he's like got 3,000 followers, and he's verified. I'm like,
no, that's how it is. It's you need like a journalist certification,
and then you can unleash a absolutely insane take when you have that blue check mark. Like that just is permission to just release the most insane take. Like you can just claim that cancer comes from alligators. Like. And that's what caused
your level of smugness will increase by about 25%
and
at the first take.
Right, and you will get retweeted all over the internet. Like it could be literally the dumbest thing on earth. Like you can just, and it just has to involve Biden or Trump, and your internet clout just multiplies because you have a blue.
Unless you say like something about disinformation or what they believe is disinformation, then you just get banned.
The Rammers line, this is amazing. About to watch the show Earthquake Hits. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
I hope Costa Rica's okay. Foreboding of anything, everyone's fine, by the way. Okay, so there was a little tremor.
Yeah, but still, it's a little spooky, especially if you're not used to earthquakes.
Mm-hmm. We've had one earthquake here in Virginia, and I was in California when it happened.
Yeah, southwestern PA doesn't get earthquakes. Like we're not near a tectonic fault.
Yeah. Virginia is not. That's why I live in Virginia. Other than it's sucking to live here because they just tax us to death. But at least we're not going to get earthquaked.
Yeah.
All right, you start reading. You lazy bastard.
Okay, Jesus.
Yeah.
Don't be such a salty bitch. Alan Nadeau III, sup fam, had a ton of fun at Stafford and Luton this past weekend. Uploaded a playlist of vids. Being there felt so much different from watching on TV.
That's awesome.
Like you saw the fun, slick roadways and the wrecking.
Yeah. Do you have an umbrella?
What's an umbrella? I don't know what that is.
Oh, what's a condom?
I don't know. Maybe they should have worn condoms when they were procreating us. Maybe they would have saved the world from some bullshit.
Then we wouldn't be here.
Well, yeah, maybe. Well, maybe we'd be businessmen or something. I don't know. Mr. E for 5. The NHL expansion draft is tomorrow. Will the Kraken go for names, fleece teams like Vegas, or act like every expansion team before them? It depends, really.
I think Carey Price.
There are a lot of different ways you can take this.
I think there's no way that they pass on Carey Price.
Those injuries, man. He's 34. He has a really bad contract, and he's potentially dealing with injuries.
He's a name.
Here's one thing I can consider. Perhaps Seattle takes Carey Price, then flips him back to Montreal at 50% retention and gets a really big haul for doing so, because that $5 million in cap space is far more valuable than Price himself.
That
like, say they offer like Hayden Primo, Ryan Poehling, Alex Romanov, maybe a couple first-round picks. Like, it's going to – I mean, you have to do a lot to take on like $5 million of Price's salary. Mm-hmm. But if that's the way you can do it, especially if you're Montreal, I think that $5 million is far more valuable if you're trying to bring back.
So Terrace is saying you can't do that, though. Is that illegal?
It's not illegal.
Is also everyone is saying that you can't do that. Is that illegal?
I figured it like the no movement clause. He would probably waive it again to go back.
So he'd have to go back.
Because, like, I mean, unless he flips him to another team at 50%, which is also possible.
We'll see. So
I know, like, he could. I mean, Carey Price. You could flip Carey Price at 50% and move him somewhere else. We saw that a couple times too, like with David Savard in Detroit, with Nick Foligno in San Jose. But they only got like 4th-round picks. Seattle, you're probably going to get a lot more for him, especially for.
It'll be interesting. It'll certainly be interesting.
Oh yeah, you can go a lot of different ways with this. Right, and like that's why I'm probably going to do a mock draft that's going to be totally wrong around the time that the expansion draft is tomorrow. You also have to remember they're probably going to be active in free agency because their greatest asset right now is the fact that they have no salary tied up in players. Yeah, and they can do make a lot of noise in free agency as well. So you got to be careful about that. They're probably going to they can draft in excess, especially in terms of defensemen. They can also trade players as well, because remember, I think Vegas traded David Schlemko and Mark Mathot for, I believe, a couple mid-round picks.
Mathot?
Yeah, Mathot.
Be
gone, Mathot.
Is that your girlfriend's nickname?
I know. So they could do that. I know there's some decent defensemen on there. Like,
but she listen to the show.
Like, you have like some really good players that you can potentially risk. Like Landeskog is available if you want to think you can take him. You can also, like, Philip Deneau is available if you think you can make a deal with him. I know they're already agreeing with Drieger, barring some major curveball. So he's one of your goalies that you're going to take. I mean, you can take Carey Price. You could Ovechkin, I think, is available.
I think Kaapo Kakkonen is also available behind.
Oh yeah, Kaapo Kakkonen. He's a guy I would take.
Mm-hmm. Not Kaapo Kakko, but Kaapo Kakkonen.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing that two guys with very similar names make it to the NHL.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, totally different ways. Kaapo Kakkonen, I think, was undrafted. Kakko was
number 2 overall pick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Keep her reading.
Yeah, buddy. Speaking of expansion draft, once again, I'm hoping for 7:00 Eastern tomorrow. So,
yeah, I might pop in for that. But you go get your bag.
Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see. Ryan Irwin, WWE brought back live crowds this past weekend. Also, NASCAR is still screwing drivers, and local MLB commentators still not allowed to travel.
Yeah,
I didn't realize they weren't allowed to travel.
Yeah, they're still Gary Thorne has been doing games, and he's having a lot of trouble doing it off of a monitor. Like,
it's weird because, like, it's totally different from being like at the game itself and having that feel and doing it on a monitor. Like, right. I mean, even though like how we do it, we get confused. Like, especially with like hockey, how do you keep up if you're on a monitor?
Oh my gosh! I mean, maybe they have multiple screens, but
yeah, but even then, still
so hard.
It's tough because like the crew that is doing that game is probably the same crew that's like giving the feed to the home team. So it's just like the same crew feeding both teams.
Yeah, but it's so hard to watch a hockey game, right? Like when I'm watching, it's hard for me to pick out who the players are. Like I have to listen to the broadcast to figure out who's even on the ice, right? Like and I consider myself
it's so fast paced,
right? A good hockey watcher. Like I don't have to. I mean, I know where the puck is. I can follow the action, but I don't always know who the players are. So to call a game, like that's a really talent. That's
especially radio too.
Yeah,
like I tried calling a little bit, like when we were doing that Pens Rangers game. It's like, yeah, I'm fucking up.
Yeah, it is so.
Because I tried to do everything at once. If you're on TV, it's easier because you don't have to depict the action. Radio is a lot tougher, especially for hockey.
Yeah, but you've got to be there in person. Like it's much easier to be there and like be more relaxed and watch it. But if you're just if you're trying to regurgitate what's going on the TV, it's really difficult. I'm sure they have better camera angles as to what's happening. Yeah. I'm sure they have a wide view of the field too from behind home plate. Oh yeah, that
used to be the old way they did things, right. Especially even home games back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. They used to actually get the live feed. They used to actually have like the play-by-play there. They'd have the broadcast at night, and then they like play sound effects to depict certain events and actions.
Yeah.
So that's how they used to do it.
The MLB app is so fast. Like as soon as the ball's in contact, whoever's doing that is like, if you see it turn blue and it says in play runs, and you're the Mets and the bullpen's out there, and you're just like, fuck, we just blew another one. We just blew another game. Keep reading. We got a $20. Yep,
a haiku that sums up my feelings. Large dumpster fire. A bullpen worthy of scorn. Cincinnati Reds. Everything hurts and I'm dying. Yeah. I know somebody was trying to try and like counter argue that like Cincinnati's real because they were only like 4 games back of the Brewers before the All-Star break, and then they get swept by the Brewers, so undoing all their progress, and then they lose that really ugly game to the Mets. Like, what the hell is happening with your team, man? You have that terrible loss on Saturday. You come back 6-0 on Sunday, and then Luis Guillorme decides he doesn't know how to play baseball for about an inning, and then you come back and win a game 15-11.
We had back games that we should have lost, right? We were trailing 6-0 to the Pirates.
You were supposed to win the game Saturday, so I consider that a 1-1 flip.
True, but we gave up 3. We let the bases clear on a.
Oh yeah, I was laughing hysterically at that. I'm just like, what?
And we still came back and won.
Well, you're also the Pirates. I mean, by the time like Blankenhorn hit that home run, it's like we're losing this game.
Yeah. The thing is, I think that Pirates baseball tried to rub off on the Mets, and we were able to successfully fight it off because
you're not the Wilpons.
No,
that's why.
Meet the Mets. Ryan Irwin. You guys saw Hiei's hot dog meme?
Yes, I have.
I did not.
It's a Discord thing. It's funny. High power. High power. Apparently, like it was during a stream or something. I don't know how like it came to be, but yes, I think he was playing LA Noire. He sees a hot dog truck, and then like he has the guy turn around and run it over.
Oh,
yeah. It's better if you actually hear it.
Oh, okay.
It's like one of those inside jokes.
Okay. Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hallway.
High power.
That's what it felt like in Canada. Hot dog down the hallway. Sean Pinkerton. Japan wants to stop the fucking with the cardboard beds. Oh yeah, the
sex-proof cardboard beds.
They'll bring the power.
Just like Japan and decrease the birth rate.
They'll bring the power in the shower, and then they'll want some more on the floor. Demonetize. Oh yeah, power.
Yeah, it's not even that. Like you can have sex anywhere, dude. It's not just a bed. So like, oh, the bed will collapse. Too bad. Like there have been so many beds that have collapsed during sex over the years. They don't give a shit.
I've never had sex anywhere. I've jerked it everywhere. Probably.
Oh yeah, like you can jerk it anywhere. I mean, Olympic Village is known for fucking. They've had 10 to 15,000 condoms given out during the 16 Olympics.
Yeah, it's a bunch of.
We're not going to stop like a bunch of like men and women in the athletic peak of their lives from fucking like jackrabbits.
Yeah, even the shot putters get laid, right?
Oh yeah, like Dude, that the transgender weightlifter is probably gonna get laid.
Probably, it's all good, The Rammers line, all right, you two. Mets, Pirates statuses after that. That was a while.
Well, the Pirates are still the Pirates, so
yeah, the Mets are gonna be fine. They keep fucking up. But they have the ability to come back. They have the ability. And Charlie Tekua Petla says, I love that damn dark roast. Yeah. Dark roast is actually the weakest of the caffeine scale, but probably the richest in taste.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I prefer a dark roast.
Just like you in the terms of athletics. You are the weakest in terms of athletics, but the richest in
You're
taste.
Hilarious. You're hilarious. Well, I mean, I don't have an athletic bone in my body, so whatever.
I saw you try to do the vertical leap.
Well, here's how you beat me. You just put everything like about a couple feet off the ground, so I can't truly reach it. Like about maybe like 7 feet above. I ain't
Christopher London did the vertical leap. His was like what, 41 inches or some shit.
He jumped. He's also like 6'8" and was like a college basketball player.
He's at least 6'9", I think, already. And then he did the vertical leap, and even the NFL guys were like, "Whoa, that dude can jump out the building." Dodger Zion running late because Comcast decided to brick my modem just because I hate this company. Comcast is evil. TuneLink Maine, laugh out loud Olympics, wait until Paris in 2024. Yeah, or in when North America hosts it in 2028. That's going to be great. Mexico, it's basically the NAFTA Olympics in 2028. Mexico,
Olympics.
Yeah, Mexico, Canada, and the USA. Official Gus Reichlin, Rodgers is going to turn Green Bay into Days of Our Steelers. Yeah. Packers version of his trying to wag the franchise, yet many cheeseheads stick with him. What do you name that series? Trouble in Cheeseland? The Hung and the Restless? I don't know. What do you name the Green Bay Packers soap opera?
Bridges of Madison County? No.
Bridges of Madison, Milwaukee.
The Rodgers of Madison County.
What are some soap operas names? Guiding Light. It's got to have cheese.
It could also be a drama movie. So
yeah, that's true. It's got to have cheese involved in it. Somehow. Well, think about it. General Packers.
How about a Gouda Vibrations?
Good.
How's that for
the good, the bad, and the ugly? Oh, the I don't know. I think
the Gouda, the Pack, and the Rodgers. I don't know. The Gouda, the Pack, and the ugly.
The Young and the Restless. Hold on. You keep reading. So
you damn kids. Ryan Irwin. Should Lomets sorry, we missed Joe Haas. Sorry. Joe Haas for 20. Hey, Tree and FBV. Love the show. Enjoy my money. Mr. Tree and FBV, I'm curious to see what you guys think about the Penguins and Rangers protected lists and who you think will be taken. Keep it up. Always listening on Tuesdays. Definitely. We appreciate you, Joe.
The Rangers did not have many people that they exposed that looked too inviting. Like the Rangers were basically able to protect almost everyone. I think that they planned Gordon, who got fired for doing this, got planned very well ahead of this, and all the young talent is locked in, like can't go anywhere, and all the older guys, like Tony DeAngelo, is available.
Oh yeah, nobody's taking DeAngelo.
Right.
If someone's going to take a chance on him, it'll be
in
like
Seattle, of all places, right? Yes. Nick Shannon for 50. This is the high for the night. The Dolans are in talks with the city of Cleveland and the state of Ohio for a lease extension and renovations for Progressive Field. I'll believe it when I see it. Just like they were in talks with Lindor, introducing your 2024 Nashville Stars. I don't think that
I would be careful. It's not Cleveland that's going to be the issue. It's Oakland, actually, because Oakland and Alameda County are currently in a bit of a stalemate. They just had a meeting today. Oakland, like the city council approved like the terms of their the Howard terminal, but Oakland hates that deal. Like they don't want it. I think the move is they might be moving to Las Vegas.
Because it's California, man.
Well, it's also like they're not going to get public funding.
Right. Everyone needs to get paid off from this until the kitty is completely empty. Like it's just.
And then everyone's going to laugh at Oakland, even though they have huge issues in terms of infrastructure, homelessness. There are a lot of issues with like I think county debt in terms of general. Like they'll probably end up demolishing like out the stadium.
Yeah, the Coliseum just.
Yeah, it's a mess. They do need a new stadium, but at the same time, like a lot of like people in Oakland like have a distrust of ownership because. Like
they're cheap and they've never fielded a winner, and it's just I don't blame. Oakland is not fit for. It's not a fit market for any.
It's weird because you're right next to San Fran.
Right. That it's like Hamilton and Toronto. Like why are they? They're two cities that are close to each other. The Raiders could survive in Oakland because just that rabid fan base. But they moved because they weren't getting a new stadium.
And technically, they should have been the team to move to Los Angeles because they have a huge base in LA.
The A's are going to Las Vegas, and we need to plan a weekend in Vegas where we just go take in a game at Allegiant.
A game with the Raiders and the Golden Knights.
Have you ever been to Vegas?
No. A friend's bachelor party was there, but I had to attend another wedding, so I never went.
So
I'm not like that crazy. Maybe it's because I've never been in Vegas and just not that crazy about it. It's like whatever.
You got to do it once or twice, and then
for you, probably like 10 times. It'll probably end up being more because we're super famous shit posters now. But it's like it's that bullshit. But
the way you do it, you fly in on a Friday and you get there. And you get settled in and you take a nap like right away, like
at the hotel.
Oh yeah, people make the mistake of like trying to power through it because but you got to fly in as early as you can, and you've got to sleep till like 9 o'clock at night, and then you're ready to go out. Because if you try to like make it through the day or try to go out, you'll get hit with fatigue at like 9, and then first night is gone because you'll go back to your hotel and fall asleep at 10 and not want to get up. So and then. That if you do that the whole Friday night, you just get completely wasted. You drink, like you find like a shitty bar or something to get like your wheels going, or just buy liquor or something from a liquor store, because if you go out and drink in the bars, you're going to spend $20.
Oh yeah, $20 for like a beer or a shot.
Right.
We'll do some Jaeger bombs. That'll be $35.
Yeah. So you get wasted at the hotel prior, or you just, go to a dispensary. But then like you party Friday hard, and then Saturday you recover. And if
you have that your Bloody Marys, you hang by the pool, you look at some girls, and maybe if you're into that stuff, find an escort.
I mean, whatever. I'm not going to judge. I'm not here to judge. But if it's during football season, that Saturday, you just bet all day Saturday on college football, and then hopefully you do well, and then that Saturday night you go out, you do it all again, and then the Sunday you go to you drag your ass to Allegiant and sleep through a football game, and then you fly home.
Well, 5, if you ever consider it like this, in your situation, would it be a tax write-off?
Oh, absolutely. Even the gambling would be. I'd be like, I would take a picture of the sports book and be like, here in Vegas.
You can make a vlog out of it. Here's how I lost $10,000 in one day.
That's why I say we should put together a massive group, like my management company, your management company, everyone together.
Well, you gotta breed them together, though.
Yeah, let's cross-mogenate. Joe Haas. Hey, Tree and FPV, love the show. Enjoy my money.
I already did that one, man.
Oh, you did that one.
You're on Ryan Irwin.
Oh, Ryan Irwin. Should Lawmets trade Ed Luz Diaz? What's your early prediction for the MLB trade line? No, we're too far into Diaz.
Let me pretend to be Ed Luz Diaz. I didn't even see that part because I was actually at the game. Because my girl wanted to see a fireworks.
You were watching the bomb go out, dude.
Oh yeah,
that pitch that he hit.
I thought Pilar caught that.
It was in on his hands, and he just turned and just hit it, and it
was like the easiest part of a PNC to really hit a home run, like that left field.
It was like the shot heard around the world.
I thought Pilar caught that, at first glance, like it had jumped. It's like everyone's cheering. It's like, oh, caught it. Okay.
Yeah, I was watching it on my phone, and then anytime my phone buzzes, I'm like, oh fuck, right? Like either the game, like so the phone buzzes when the game was over, or the phone buzzes, either way. And then I got into, and then when it said what's his name hit a grand slam, I just was like, pain, pain hurts.
How do you
Pain
lose to
don't
the
hurt.
Pirates, dude? What the fuck?
MRX Gaming, NASCAR robs a win from Kyle Busch. Also, shout out to the new member of the Braves, Jock Peterson, and Coco won't be going to the Olympics. Coco.
Coco Gauff, the tennis player.
Yeah.
Contracted the Rona. I think she was double vaxxed too. So
I know. Amazing.
yeah.
I'm vaxxed. I don't know. I just don't know. Like
It's the nature of coronaviruses in general. They're just prone to mutations.
Coronavirus.
Yeah.
Coronavirus.
Yeah, fuck the
Fucking worst
coronavirus.
thing ever.
Fuck the Rona. We lost a year of our lives because of this bullshit. And we all gained weight. Most of us gained weight.
Daniel Shell. Adam Schefter is the Dan Rather of our time. Yeah.
If you're from Wisconsin, oh yeah.
Yeah. Will Bronlick. Thoughts on Montreal not protecting Carey Price? If you are Seattle, would you jump on the opportunity? I say, I flat guarantee right now. You want to make a bet? I bet that he is the first pick in the expansion draft.
I think they do it by order of win-loss record. I'm not sure how they do that, but
remember the last time freaking Marc-Andre Fleury was the first ever pick?
No, he was one of the later picks announced.
No.
Oh yeah, dude.
Who was the very
last pick?
No.
Oh, dude, he was one of the last
Hold
picks.
on.
He was like that fourth wave because they did it at the same time as the award ceremony.
Golden Knights pick. Who was the first player drafted? Peyton Krabs?
No. We're talking expansion.
Very first.
The first signee was a guy named Reed Duke. He's still in their minor league system. The first guy I think was not Polkinen? Was it Calvin Pickard?
It was.
Yeah, Avs were first up. Yeah, it's Calvin Pickard. It's alphabetical. I'm not sure if it's alphabetical.
Well, I thought Fleury was there, right? Like he came out from behind the curtain or some shit.
Yeah, that was one of the last guys. Derek England also came out.
Well, I guarantee. Okay, then I'm backtracking this. I guarantee you Price is there or some shit. And
they're announcing a bunch of different guys, so I'm guessing they'll. I mean, he's probably in Canada, so I don't know if he's going to be able to make
Garrison, James Neal.
James Neal, yep.
Derek England,
yep. There were a couple guys who aren't even in, like Mathach, Schlemko were two of the guys who were traded. And then Florida trades their best scorer, Jonathan Marchessault. Or they trade Riley Smith to take Jonathan Marchessault.
Oscar Lindbergh. Griffin Reinhart was taken, former first-round pick.
Edmonton, he flopped.
Alexei Emelin.
So I think he was also traded, if I remember.
Clayton Stoner, none of these guys made
Stoner was he was picked so Anaheim could protect Vatanen and Josh Manson. They gave them Shea Theodore for that.
TVR was taken. Trevor Van Vliet.
I think he was a trade too.
Right. They got Shea Theodore.
Yep, they got Theodore, Alex Tuck to protect.
Riley Smith was
a trade.
Yeah, that's true. Once the draft is done, a ton of deals happen too.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of side deals in the way. So when I do my mock, I am assuming that no side deals are being made. I think Tampa Bay is probably going to try and move some big pieces to get Seattle to take Tyler Johnson. I think there are players or teams that are going to make sure don't pick Carolina says, hey, don't pick Jake Bean or Nino Niederreiter. Go pick Morgan Geeky or Sam Lorenz, and we'll give you a really big piece, maybe a first-round draft pick, maybe a top prospect.
Yeah, the expansion draft really favors the draftee
now. It used to be the teams that were able to protect nearly everyone. Until around 2000, so most of the expansion drafts, that 92 vid I did, if you look up that expansion draft list, it is fucking putrid.
That was hilarious.
It is bad, dude. It's even worse. 1974, the Kansas City Scouts and the Washington Capitals. I dare you to find an NHL caliber player on those expansion protection lists. There was fucking nothing.
Bring the laptop.
Nothing on that list.
Yeah, but That story is so hilarious. That
Oh, yeah, they forgot to charge their laptop
charger. Hold on, I gotta type in this. Hold on.
The 74 expansion draft. Let me find it here.
The Rammers line, Max had a 51G crash at 150 miles an hour. That was scary. Yeah, he spent the night in the hospital. This guy is supposedly he's going to win the championship this year. And that was such bullshit for Hamilton to do that. Like, I'm souring on Hamilton, but he's a great driver. Joshua O'Rourke, Aaron Rodgers leaving Green Bay is like scoring 3 runs on a swinging bunt.
Yeah. That's the expansion draft,
It's
like 74.
preposterous. Could never happen. Thank you, Josh. You think you're funny. Okay, I get it. Nick Shannon, hot take. Remember that Browns Steelers game from 1989? Yeah, 51-0 Browns. It's happening again this year. The salt coming from Tree will be a a year's worth of Kennywood potato French.
Yeah. Here are the rules of 74. They were from 72. The existing clubs were allowed to protect 15 skaters and a pair of goaltenders. And the teams who had lost goaltenders in the 72 draft were allowed to exempt themselves from losing a goalie in 74. And there were only like
what team came in? Who was drafted?
The Kansas City Scouts, who became the New Jersey Devils, and the Washington Capitals. Like, there was nothing on these lists. Like, it was garbage.
It took the Caps, 50 years before
this was like one of the worst teams in hockey history. They only won like something like 6 games this year. That year, I mean, it was like there was nothing.
It was bad.
It was
bad.
Dog shit.
Baron von Noob. Oh, that sounds like the ruler of all the noobs.
Mm-hmm.
I shall rule thy noobs. I'm a track marshal at the Zandvoort racetrack. Dutch F1 GP will be nuts. The Dutch fans here hate Hamilton now. That sounds awesome, dude. That sounds like a great job. Oh, I'm so jealous, Baron. I want to go to the Formula One race in Austin, but I don't have that much budget here. Charlie Hins, a bit of brouhaha going on in Oakland right now between the A's and their city over their stadium. Thoughts on the situation? And does the owner of the A's become MLB's answer to Dean Spanos over this? No, because Oakland is the problem, right? So, I mean, I've done a lot of research. I did a whole video on why Oakland stuck. Right. With, partially. But Oakland is, okay, how about Oakland is just as much to blame as the A's ownership, because every proposal, everything that has been needed to be done is met with stern resistance from politicians, from, there's two sides. Like, the city cannot get on the same page with each other. They can't get on the same page with the ownership. And they've known this for a long time. Like, Al Davis brought the Raiders back to them under, to doing them a huge favor. And they still haven't gotten done. And they've known this for how many years? 20 plus years in that shithole stadium. Like, Oakland gets what they deserve, honestly. I could do another video on this whole situation, but I mean, the renderings of the ballpark are beautiful, but they don't want it.
They're not going to pay for it.
They don't want to pay for it.
Everyone wants public dollars to spend for their stadium, and unfortunately, that's the name of the game because corporate welfare. Thank the gods.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I mean, Vegas is willing to throw shitloads of money and give away their future to build stadiums for these people.
Well, that's
that aren't really going to do anything.
That's how Vegas.
I mean, Oakland, like the Raiders are going to be like a soulless, like tourist trap in Vegas, just because like that's where all like the really like past their prime like celebrities and like performers go to like make a couple extra bucks.
That'll be us.
Oh well. In an ideal scenario, that's probably not how it's going to go, dude. We'll be lucky to be in fucking Branson, Missouri, and that ain't happening.
Branson, we're not good enough for Branson. Imagine
we'll be lucky to be on an empty field doing our shit.
Imagine you're like, we need a living museum for all these washed up performers. Let's just create a town in the middle of Missouri and call it Branson. And yeah. All right, let's get through some super chats. It's already 9:00. Hunter Dawso. I think he wanted to put in Hunter Dawson, but the N got cut off. Tree, your thoughts on the Pens protected and exposed player list, especially with Yari being protected and Tanev being exposed.
Penguins were never going to protect a Smith over Jari. I mean, DeSmith, like, he'll get, like, Jari would probably be picked just because of the youth and you think he can get a bounce back somewhere. Jari, you'll probably end up having to trade if that's the case. Like, my issue with the expansion draft list is why did they protect Jeff Carter? Like, he's 35.
Makes no
I wouldn't have
sense.
picked him. Like, I mean, I would have protected Tanev over Carter. You traded Jared McCann for that reason, which is like, okay, like, I would have picked McCann because I don't know if they would have been able to protect him. Like, I'm glad they protected Bluger.
Maybe
But,
they
dude,
have a
I would have
trade.
protected Zach Aston Reese over Jeff Carter.
Maybe they have a trade or something set up.
But I don't know.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Why do you protect a rental? Like, it
He's not
doesn't.
even a rental. He's got 1 year left on his deal. And he's 35.
Yeah, makes no sense. iDedge Gaming. Hey, Tree and 5 points. First super chat. Yep. Big ups. Thank you.
brother.
Congratulations. I see my Colts this year either being in the Super Bowl or several tank bowls. No in between. It all depends on when.
I think they have too much like around the quarterback to be in tank bowls. It's either going to be like 8-8 or Super Bowl. It depends
It all
how
depends
Carson Wentz
on Wentz.
plays.
This year's we'll find out whether Wentz was the problem in Philly or whether Doug Peterson was the problem.
Actually, my real reality is that all of them were the problem in Philly.
I don't give a shit. I think
Oh, of course.
I don't care.
Well,
Sure.
the real problem in Philly is still there, and his name is Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie.
Thomas Cherry. That sounds like a British name. I'm Thomas Cherry. Hey, boys, how's it going? Did y'all watch the British Grand Prix? Hamilton is finally showing his coward side. No reason for that wreck on lap 1. Yeah, you know what? They were driving hard. I'm not giving Hamilton a pass. Verstappen's my boy. I want him to win the championship. I want Red Bull. Like, Mercedes is getting increasingly desperate because they know Verstappen and Red Bull just has a better car than them this year, and they're doing this bitch shit because Hamilton doesn't want. It's like the Pistons not trying to stop the Bulls from getting past them. That's exactly what's happening. Chris Simmons, make sure you cover the Marble League this season. Oh yes, the marble racing.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I literally almost did a vid on that in the heart of COVID in like May.
Yeah, I think Marbula 1 though has lost its luster now that COVID is over.
It had like that top. I mean, it's still a good thing, but
still pretty dope.
it'll be one of those like nostalgia things. Like
That-
oh, yeah, you remember when Marbula 1 was the #1 sport in the world?
Because
We're gonna make
nothing
Marbula great again.
Yeah. Jesse, will Seattle's fan base be as toxic as Vegas? Most of Seattle's fan bases are toxic.
Yeah, it's Seattle.
Toon Link Main, I'm streaming game 6. Where to go?
Yeah, I got it. I'm streaming Game 6 of the finals and streaming the expansion draft tomorrow night if anyone is interested.
Oh, that's illegal.
So yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Is it one of those things where it just like scrolls down to the bottom once you reach like a certain point? I hate when it does.
Yeah, well, yeah, I thought I was near the end, but really we have a bunch more here.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Moreno, gentlemen, I apologize. I was exploring the remnants of a massive local Ponzi scheme. I shall elaborate more shortly. Google CMC Motors. All right, I'm going to get through to his second, and then we'll bring in Alex to explain what this shit is.
Yep.
Hassan Abanar, me as a Sens fan, seeing our protected list. Yes, ha, ha, ha. Yes.
I'm bummed they protected Philip Gustafson. I was hoping I would snag him if I were the Kraken, but they're not taking Matt Murray, not at that contract.
Yeah. Alex Moreno, the Kraken already get the prize for the dumbest arena name by a landslide. Also,
Climate Pledge Arena. You know, it's about virtue signaling.
Yes.
I mean, maybe they do have like a lot of nice things, but you can name yourself like Amazon Arena and be fine. But Climate Pledge Arena just seems like it seems very pompous.
Yeah.
We're better than you.
What would the right wing answer to that be?
Make arenas great again.
Second Amendment arena, like no quartering of troops arena.
Don't tread on arena.
The election was rigged arena. Alex Moreno, the Kraken. All right, he already said that. And then Golden Hybrid says Malik Hooker plans to sign with the Steelers. This and Ingram could be fantastic for the Steelers. Defense. Didn't they sign a guy with no sacks?
I don't know. Melvin Ingram is pretty good, but Malik Hooker's problem is he can't stay healthy. The issue isn't defense for the Steelers, though. Like, that's not my concern. My concern is offense. The line has huge issues.
It's gonna be bad.
Old ass
All right, Alex.
quarterback.
What is this Ponzi scheme that you discovered?
Well, actually, funny enough, I forgot actually that we start streaming on Tuesdays now that I have a laptop to tune in. But so I was out with a friend. So, okay, do you guys know about the YouTuber, like auto YouTuber, Doug DeMuro, right?
Yes, I've heard of him.
Yeah. So the thing is, he used to rent like high-end stuff like Bugattis and everything from a local dealer near me in Upland, California called CMC Motors. And recently their whole facility got shut down. And the CEO's dude, his name is Clayton Tom, he got raided because he was like involved in some Ponzi scheme, like offering terrible leases and subprime loans and taking the money to pay off like mob boss people and just all these people he owed like thousands of dollars to get this place together. But they just shut it down and people have been vandalizing it a lot recently. And so I went and filmed a little bit of it.
Oh, is that close to you?
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes away.
Oh.
I don't know. I went and filmed it, but like if you see a good chunk of Doug DeMuro's like best videos with like Bugattis and stuff, it's at CMC. It's in front of this big ugly quarry.
Oh, so are homeless people taking over this place or something? Or
they're trying to. Now people are putting video cameras and kicking them out, but there's a lot of graffiti on the side of the freeway. It's bad.
No, well, California, baby. California, baby.
Got to pay that rent somehow.
Yep. Well, all right. Well, thanks for checking in.
It was.
Is there anything you want to sing for us before we let you go?
Also, you missed my song of the week.
Oh, what is it again? It's
Pardon Me. He just said it was Pardon Me by Incubus and Just Like You by 3 Days. I don't know who that is.
Go? I don't even.
Oh, you guys! Hey, wait! You guys owe me the raisin also.
Oh. I found a reason to pee.
Wait. I'll tell you what.
My bladder is overflowing.
I'll tell you what. You guys can continue reading the super chats until I pull it up. How's that sound?
Okay.
Let me pull it up. I still have it.
I don't even know how that song goes. Arrowhead, would either of you guys do a video on international soccer tournaments that just happened? England, it's coming home meme. The soccer's all mess. We missed the window for that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know enough. I mean,
every video I've covered of soccer hasn't done well on my channel.
It's not that I don't mind covering soccer. It's just like timing more than anything.
Jared Froman, which male American athlete and which female American athlete do you think is going to get laid the most? I have no idea.
I don't know. It's probably
would be willing to bet some hot pole vaulter is just, or some hot diver chick.
Those volleyball girls, like chicks.
Volleyball girls.
Yeah.
Isn't the women's softball team out there?
I go after a member of the Brazilian volleyball team. Or
yeah.
Or like maybe beach volleyball, like an Australian beach volleyball.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Australian beach volleyball, usually very athletic. Yeah.
Do you guys remember that meme?
I can't vaccinate you, but I'll vaccinate you with something else.
Baldy, do you remember that meme during the Brazil Olympics though? This one I forget which stat. One member of the swim team, he was informing his roommate, dude, I just slept with 2 Brazilian girls. Wait, dude, how many is that? And he ended up thinking it was a...
That's funny. Yeah, it's probably Ryan Lochte or something.
It probably was, yeah.
Fucking dumbass. All right. Oh, well, thank you. Did you call up the song yet?
Yeah, it's in your DMs. Look at it.
Okay.
Look at it.
Oh. It's on Discord?
Mm-hmm. Or do you want me to post it in the private chat?
Oh, the raisin. He's not a perfect Packer. That's funny. Okay. We'll sing it eventually.
Yep.
All right, Alex. Thanks for showing out.
Later, guys.
Go say hi to Ken's.
I shall. Like the hat, by the way?
Yeah, it's a dope ass hat.
Montreal,
I would wear
it. Christmas present, actually.
All right, we gotta get through these supers.
Yeah. All right, I'll go.
All right, later.
Peace.
It just disappeared. Golden Hybrid, will we ever get new urinating tree merch?
I actually released some new merch a couple of weeks ago. I didn't really announce it though. So
you're selling some coffee though. I know that.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I don't know the numbers just yet. I tried to go for the sort of like different take angle on it. Maybe it worked, but the coffee is very good. We'll
have to check in with Brandon to see how many units you sold.
Hugh, if I sell more than 5, I'll be happy.
I hope you're doing better, Hugh. I hope you're feeling better. I know you've had some health problems, and hopefully that's all coming to You're feeling better, buddy. Hugh Honey, it's time for Milwaukee's championship drought to end. We are so forgettable that no one mentions us with Buffalo and San Diego. Also, good new vid, 5 points. Thank you. I did a video on why the MLB will never expand again.
Well, Buffalo has that high profile of losing 4 Super Bowls. San Diego has, all the teams moving to LA.
2 World Series they lost. The Super Bowl they were in, they got blown the fuck out.
Milwaukee had just been there. Like, they had 1 World Series shot in '83, and then the Bucks haven't been anything in years.
You got to be pretty bad for the Clippers to leave you as well, right?
Well, it's San Diego, and it's also Donald Sterling. So.
And then keep the name Clippers. Like, people aren't sailing out of LA. Okay, like there's no marina in LA. Okay, San Diego's where all
the only marinas in LA are like shipping ports.
Yeah. No famous marinas in LA. Real Bronlick, I'm introducing a friend to hockey. What should I show them first? Tree, you take this one. You know all the answers here.
I would say probably game 1 of Panthers Lightning this year would be a pretty good start. I would say the third period of Game 7, 2019, Sharks and Golden Knights. 2018,
Game 1.
Yeah, 2018 Game 1 of Knights and Capitals in the Cup final.
Mm-hmm.
I would say probably overtime highlights of playoff games. I'm trying to think what else.
Best fight? Like, just go,
just look up highlights.
Yeah, just go watch some highlights of people fighting.
Fighting and big goals. And look up some highlights of, like, Pavel Bure in his prime and Alex McGillney in his prime, Mario Lemieux, Gretzky, the 80s Oilers.
And go find hours and
just
hours
don't look
footage.
up anything from the early 2000s because that was plotting, boring dog shit.
Yes. You could probably find hours and hours of footage of Sidney Crosby whining.
No, we can also find footage of Henrik Lundqvist crying, too.
Like when he threw over the goal.
Oh, yeah, against the Penguins.
Mm-hmm. What about Sidney Crosby beating the shit out of PK Subban while the ref had his back turned? That's also a good one.
Oh, yeah. Zdeno Chara was pretty good at that, too.
Yeah.
He'd start shit and then hide behind people.
Yeah. Considering he's 6'11", or 6'9", that's pretty hard. Yeah. Golden Hybrid, do you guys remember when Bang Bros did bid $10 million for the naming rights on the new Miami Heat arena, and we almost got Bang Bros Arena? Yeah,
they could still do that.
That is epic, by the way. They just did that as a PR stunt.
Yeah.
Come on now.
We should do that as a PR stunt.
That would be
Clickbait
great,
Sports
though.
Arena. We don't have the $10 million. We just want the headlines.
Right, but usually the sport usually the sponsor gets a huge present. So, like, you would walk into Bang Bros Arena and there would be, like, the Brandy Love concession stands, or the Alexis Texas wing, like everyone would get their own bar or whatever,
The Alexis Texas barbecue.
Yes. Pretty funny. Anyways, Tree, if you ever make a Vegas video, the title Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas could be.
It has to be the right situation, though, especially with a Hunter S. Thompson take like that.
Yeah. Stephen Frick had to fix this message, so enjoy the extra 5. But 2 weeks ago on this stream, I called a hot bat. The hitting 400 average since joining the team, I expected. The one in relief scoreless, I did not. Hello, John Nagowski.
John Nagowski.
All
the cult
over.
of Nagowski is going very strong. I think he went hitless last night, unfortunately. But John Nagowski is the truth, the light, and the glory.
He could bring the Pirates out of this darkness known as
maybe. He's probably going to taper off, but whatever. I'll accept the cult of Nagowski.
When are we going to get Adam Frazier here in New York? Come on.
Well, he's going to be a White Sox. You're getting Chris Bryant. So you got to be careful about that.
I hear that they're looking at Starling Marte.
Marte wouldn't be a bad option considering you've had a bunch of injuries at center field, though. Starling Marte is a solid player.
Golden Hybrid 258. John Cena coming back made me feel young again, and WWE Raw last night was more entertaining than usual. Maybe if Brock returns, it'll be even better. I don't know if Brock's health, does he really just want to do it? Does Brock
they pay him enough? I suppose the Saudis come up and be like, "Hey, we'll pay you $50 million to wrestle a couple matches." He'll be like, "Okay."
Everyone was hype about John Cena. I guess he didn't apologize in Mandarin. Maybe that was the deal, right? He apologized in Mandarin, and the Chinese let him come back. Nick Dog 1 Gaming. I'm going to a Pirates game next Tuesday for my birthday, and hopefully they win. Good luck with that. But I'm lucky since my record going to games is 9-1. That's impressive.
Nice. That is very
I've
nice.
seen the Mets lose a lot. I've seen the Mets win a lot, but I think the Mets are about 500 with me in attendance.
Yeah.
I'll have to write it down. I'll have to figure it out. I've been to a lot of Met games in my life, maybe 30 plus.
Not bad.
Yeah. I've been to a lot, but I've seen them lose a lot.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's inevitable.
Every time I've seen the Rangers in person, they've gotten spanked. Completely spanked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like one time, I think I saw them lose 6-1 against the Cap. Gretzky was on the Rangers team, and they got smoked. I did get to see Wayne Gretzky play. I saw Wayne Gretzky play hockey as a Ranger, and I saw Michael Jordan play basketball as a Wizard.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm. Nick Shannon, wasn't the 2000 expansion draft trash as well?
Yeah, it was pretty weak if I remember correctly.
Or is it just the fact that McConnell is a terrible owner and needs to sell the jackets?
No, do not sell the Haslam, dude. Do not be fooled by 1 year of the Browns. Haslam is shit.
Yeah, well, he committed insider trading with the Flying J.
Oh yeah,
and he got a little hockey
pilot,
slap on the wrist.
Yeah, that's because he was an old Steeler minority owner. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Thomas Cherry, if or when the A's leave Oakland, that is the legitimate end of the blue collar team. Yeah, well, when they go to Vegas,
when they move to Vegas, like they're not gonna have to worry about Moneyball. It's gonna be like, let's open the vault.
Right. I don't think you call them the LVAs, right? Like, do you call them something new, like the Stars or the?
Well, they were called the Athletics in Philadelphia and Kansas City, so I think they're still the Athletics.
Yeah, maybe they preserve the name. Maybe that's part of the deal. But the A's have been a storied franchise. Like they've been around. They're one of the original teams in the league.
What I mean. You can't change the name of the Athletics.
Yeah, I mean it's such an easy name too. Anyways, all right, we've made it to the end here. Toon Link, you read this last one.
Toon Link A. Next week on the 27th is my birthday. I'll be 20, so wish me luck, dude. Happy birthday. I'm probably not going to be here next week, unfortunately, since I'm taking a little trip to Baltimore.
Let's see what happens next week. I might either do it solo or bring in a guest. I don't know. I might find a guest.
Definitely. I'll be doing something that Tuesday night, so I'm not going to be able to make it, unfortunately.
Yeah. It might just be me and this plunger right here.
We'll see, man. I mean, I might stop by if I get the chance. Maybe do a live correspondence from... Oh, you farting? Dude, come on. This is a PG stream. What would Scooter say if he were here right now?
Yeah, Scooter would start reading
Scooter would have
Bible
just left the stream
us.
a while ago after we were talking about the Olympic sex.
Do you remember when I asked Scooter if a girl has two vaginas, if you sleep with a girl with two vaginas, is that a threesome? And he walked out.
Yeah, he nearly walked out. I don't blame him, dude.
He just gave this look like...
He was like, what? He had that look of like, I have just made an absolutely huge mistake. I am leaving.
And now we do a show with him every week. We must not have scared him that much.
Mm-hmm. He's the glue that keeps us from all rambling for about
I can tell because he's such a good person that when I go into those areas, he's laughing inside because he knows it's naughty, but outward he's got to be like, oh, I can't condone this type of these questions here. But I know inside he's like, that's pretty funny. Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Uh-huh.
He has a clean image, that's why.
When I asked Tom if he's ever had a one-night stand, and he was like, no, I've never done that. I was like, okay.
And there's obviously a little idea for the stream next week. It said it was a Golden Hybrid 258 for 2. Trade Tree next Tuesday for a stream of communism.
I might. It might be an interview of if the Bucks win tonight. We'll see. I don't think they've even started yet.
They're close, probably.
Oh, they're
6-5
saying ugly basketball. Ugly basketball.
Give it time.
Yeah, it'll start. People, you're going to be tight when it's the championship is on the line.
So far, 6-5.
All right.
Well, we've reached another merciful killing
Oh, the Rammers line trying to sneak it in. Bricks everywhere tonight. And Makai Wilson says Suns bought a billboard near Milwaukee. Oh, let's look up. Suns billboard.
Says half a quarter and 8 points total.
Oh, it says Go Suns. It was a Phoenix law firm that bought it. Here, that's pretty funny. Where'd they buy it? It's probably off some desperate ad sales guy. It's off I-43 North 12. So it's like nowhere.
Yeah.
Some desperate guy trying to some billboard that hasn't had an ad on it since 1960 finally got an ad on it.
Oh, billboards, you're not gonna be paying that much for it anymore.
Oh, that looks like one of those TV. Yeah, because now they got the large TV screens and they scroll through the ads.
Yeah, they have TV screens. They also there are more efficient ways to
and you
spend your advertising dollar than either throwing it on TV where people change the channel or an ad where nobody's really watching.
Mm-hmm. Golden Hybrid Tree, you should start your own beer brand. Ooh, wow.
That's not a bad idea. That's one thing on my bucket list, like starting beer.
But you're not allowed to promote alcohol on YouTube. So
yeah, that's the problem. So I have to do it something a little more different. Like maybe during streams, I'd probably be like, this beer is you can get it not here because I'm not promoting.
What would your beer be called? Salty Yinzer IPA?
Maybe. Well, I can do a salty IPA. That would be good. Maybe West Coasty if I want to get that tangerine and orange citrus peel to get the sort of a taste of a piss. Maybe. West Coast, dark beer probably. I like stouts and porters.
Yinzer piss. That should be it.
Yeah, that would be a combination of a cerveza and an IPA.
So,
but I feel Yinzer piss would probably be East Coast IPA. I mean, heavy salt.
Yeah. Salty taste, just angry branding on it. Just
be this is a beer, and proceeds go to my wallet.
Yeah,
and it will save the children. It's like a crypto scam, except with beer.
I want to start a beer called Crypto Scam.
No, we should all just start a crypto. Just call it dumpster fire coin, and we'll just have a bunch of random rubes pretend to buy in, and then we'll all cash out and make $10. Yeah, because apparently that's the key thing nowadays. Everyone's just they're investing in crypto, even though it has no backing currency behind it. They get a bunch of people to join in because it's advertising. Yep, and then they back out and make all the money.
Because value nowadays is fluid. We've learned without any type of system that even our own money is arbitrary. It's subject to valuation.
Oh yeah. Well, when you throw a bunch of money in the market, that's what happens. And with most crypto, there's no backing currency behind it. So Dogecoin, that's technically a crypto scam.
Ponzi scheme. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You and I, as I said, you and I can create a cryptocurrency right now. And
I want to be paid in people's souls. That's
also a good idea, but unfortunately, that I think is against the Geneva Accords.
Damn.
I know.
And we're demonetized right at the end of the show. All right, so the Bucks are probably going to win this championship. Tom, have a great time. Mods, everyone, Irvin, Nick, man, I saw Kirsten was here for a little bit. She probably had to go off and do fun shit because she's in college. Remember college? That was so awesome.
I didn't really miss college.
Yeah. Oh, really? I had such
my college didn't have a frat system or any parties or anything
I did college so right. All I did was
I did college wrong. I tried to deal the education part, even though I got fucked, but whatever.
I worked out every day. I was in great shape. I tried to bang everything. I didn't succeed, but I tried. And
you can bang walls. You can bang the pillow. You can bang the bed, or you can bang your hand.
Had a lot of great friends. I was actually somewhat popular in college. I don't know why.
Okay.
What? I don't know. I had a lot of. I never had any. I had a very busy social schedule in college. My week started on Monday. So Monday was karaoke night. Nice. Tuesday was pool night. Wednesday was like a chill night, and then Thursday was ladies' night, Friday night was a party, Saturday was the second party night, and then Sunday we went to Bennigan's and got free beers. So like it was a 1 week thing. Like I mean, like a full cycle every week. And like I don't know, my roommates were like from the town, so they knew everyone. Like it was fun for me. Like,
Nice.
I had a great time. And then I got older, and everything sucks now.
Oh, yeah, that's
Except for my job, which I love. Everything else, shitty.
I commuted for the first 3 years. So.
Oh, see, yeah, that's not fun.
And then, like, my final year, like, downtown was fucking dead. So there was, like, nothing. So it's like I did not get that experience. So
see,
I tried to do let's just keep my head down and work, and that doesn't work in college because you're apparently supposed to network and know people. Which, good luck with that.
Yeah, my college experience was 10 out of 10. I just loved it every day. I should have
graduated in college. My biggest regret: different college, different major. That's my major regret in life. But what can you do?
Golden Hybrid 258. If Nelk Boys can promote their new hard seltzer all over YouTube, I don't see why Tree couldn't promote people. Nelk is going to get shut down eventually. Like one of them is going to die from just overdosing or partying too much. And then YouTube is going to be like, what the fuck is this? Like people are just finding out about Nelk. Once you go through and actually watch Nelk, like you're just like, oh fuck. These dudes are partying hard.
But not be wrong. I mean, if you get your own hard seltzer, you're not doing too bad in life. First it's coffee for us, then we're going to do something greater. Like,
they get
I need networking with beer companies so I can make that beer.
Yeah, they're like if EDP was a channel, not minus the underage girls. Like Nelk just does not give a fuck. Like they don't care, and that's why people watch him is their not give a fuckness. But as you know on YouTube, whatever made you popular is what's going to get you canceled.
Pretty much. Well, that's YouTube. Like stuff I did like 4 or 5 years ago that'll probably get me canceled now, which is fucking bullshit. But what can you do? You can't really be funny anymore because you're offending somebody. The whole thing of like comedy is either like lampooning, pointing out the ridiculous, or being offensive. That's comedy.
That's the only way.
In most cases, it's comedy.
And then being like, "There's no rules to comedy. I can do whatever I want."
No, there aren't rules to comedy. It's make people fucking laugh.
Yes, true. Yeah, and it can be a little racist, apparently. You know.
Oh, everything's fucking racist, dude.
Everything is racist. It is.
Like there's like stuff from The Office that people call racist.
You're racist. You're racist.
Oh, everyone's a racist, dude.
Everyone's a racist.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it here first. No,
that is the hottest take I have ever seen. Yeah, it's so rational.
There's great people in this world. But anyways, and it's not Nelk. If you guys look up Nelk, it's these frat boys that just fucking get fucking hammered and just live a frat boy life. They're a bunch of dickheads, and apparently just everyone watches them. Or
they just want to be them. Like I'd probably punch them in the face, but
yep. All right, we have made it to the end of the show. We did an hour and a half of time getting ready for football season. I think camps are going to start reporting here soon.
A couple weeks, and then we'll have stuff to talk about on clickbait.
Yep. All right, everyone. I'm 5 Points Vids, and the show is fucking over.